Pause the video when necessary in order to make sure you understand how I got the answers. So take a look at number 1. For questions 1 and 2, you got to use this finger on the right. Notice ray CA and CB are opposite rays. We need to give 2 names for angles that are linear pairs to angle FBA. So angle FBA I'm tracing here is a linear pair to angle FBG. Another way to name angle FBG is just to switch around the F and the G. And then number 2, name 3 angles that are adjacent to angle GBE. So there's angle GBE. Adjacent means they share a side and a vertex. So I have angle EBC. They share side EB and vertex B. There's also angle EBA, almost exactly the same as angle EBC. Then there's angle FBG, which share side BG and point B. And then finally, 2 linear pairs. You want to need to form a linear pair with angle GBE. On to number 3. You want to have 2 adjacent angles to angle ABC and angle DBE. So I'm drawing a picture. Of course, I'm using a pencil in case, just so I need to erase at times and readjust. And I drew my angle ABC first. I know I have to share the vertex of B, so I'm placing my point E and point D at those spots to form a linear pair, and there's many more examples that would work. So for numbers 4 and 5, we need to use the picture on the right, at the bottom right here. We have opposite rays as shown. And in number 4, we need 3 pairs of adjacent supplementary angles. So I'm choosing angle WAU first, and it is adjacent and supplementary to angle UA and W. And the second one would be if I use angle UA and W again, but next to it would be WAX, supplementary and adjacent. And I need a third pair of adjacent supplementary, so I picked angle WA and X and angle XA and Y. There are others that would also work. And then number 5, we need complementary angles. We have these 2 are complementary. They form 90-degree angle. And if we know angle ZAX is 40 degrees already, just subtract that from 90 degrees to get the measure of angle XAW. For number 6, I'm going to make a sketch of what this would look like. So to be supplementary, they have to add it to the 180. So if I have an acute angle, I have to add it to an obtuse angle to make it supplementary. If I had a right angle to start with, that's 90 degrees, I need another right angle to make 180 degrees. And if I started with an obtuse angle, opposite of what letter A was, then I have to have a supplement of an acute angle. Now, number 7, find the measure of supplementary angle to angle A. I know that measure of angle A is going to have the same measure of angle B because they're congruent. So I just subtract 42 degrees and get my supplement. And number 8, I'm going to sketch vertical angles. Angle 1 and angle 2 are vertical, so I chose those 2. And I know the angle measurements are these expressions. And since vertical angles are equal in measure, I can set up an equation where 2x plus 14 equals 6x minus 42. And then I solve the equation, get the variable on one side, end up with dividing by 4, and I end up with 14 equals x. Then I have to substitute 14 in for x in both of the angles, and I know that this side would be 42, and since both of them are vertical angles, the measures have to be the same. All right, last problem on page 1, number 9. I'm going to draw a sketch of what it tells me to draw here. Angle 1 and angle 2 are complementary. So I have a right angle, and there's angle 1 and angle 2. I know angle 1 and angle 3 are vertical, so I'm drawing and extending those lines and make angle 3 a vertical angle to angle 1. Angle 4 has to be supplementary to angle 3, so it should be on the left side there. And now I start putting in the angle measurements. If angle 2 is 59, which it tells me, I can subtract 59 and get 31 degrees for angle 1. Vertical angles have the same measure, and supplementary angles have to add it to be 180, so I subtract and get 149 degrees. I could also find the missing angle on the other side is 90 also.